Good evening if you're watching. I'm just testing for our Mass tomorrow. We're trying to live stream both on Facebook and on our website. There's a bit of delay. I'm watching Facebook on my phone. For our Mass tomorrow, we're trying to live stream both on Facebook and on our website. There's a bit of delay. I'm watching Facebook on my phone. For our live stream both on Facebook and on our website. There's a on my phone. Good evening, Roxanne. Hello, yes, we will be live streaming. And on our website. There's a book and on our website. There's a book and on our website. There's a book and on our website. There we go. Yes, we will be live streaming a Mass tomorrow at 11 a.m. Okay. I think everything's working. Okay. I think everything's working. There is a delay. Let's see how long the delay is. Okay. I think everything's working. There is a delay. Let's see how long the delay is. Okay. I think everything's. There we go. So 10 seconds. There we go. So 10 seconds. I apologize. This isn't as exciting as it looks, I'm sure. Just trying to make sure this will all work for tomorrow. Oh, there we go. I can see the chat here. Hide. Okay. Close that. We're using a different platform that allows us to stream both Facebook and YouTube at the same time. But I cannot see message. As it is a little bit comical, isn't it, Emily? Let's see. Okay. I think we are working out. Good evening, everyone. This is as I said, a little less anticlimactic than we're used to here. You have about a 10-second delay. That'll be all right. Make sure it's playing on our website. It's currently offline. Shouldn't be. It's playing on YouTube. Same thing with the 10-second delay. There we go. And it's up on the website now too. Right. We're doing Mass tomorrow at 11, Jen. Right. Hi, Rick. Daily Mass going forward starting on Monday. I think we are going to try 11:30, and we will see how that works out. The differences will be we'll have Monday through Friday at 11:30, and then on Saturday we will have Mass at 9 a.m., just a little earlier. This coming Wednesday, though, we might have an evening Mass live streamed instead of a morning or late morning. Father Dennis might be joining us again to sing for our Mass. So I will let you know as we set those times. But our daily Mass going forward should be 11:30 Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. on Saturday, and 11 a.m. on Sunday. Hi, Chris. Yeah, boiler up. That's like that. If anyone stopped by for confessions or drove past, you would have seen I wasn't wearing the sweater, but I was wearing a Purdue hat because it was cold outside. 11:30 is a great time for non-morning people. It's still the morning, though, so it still counts. All right. And then tomorrow for our 11 a.m. Sunday Mass, we should have a special guest as Deacon Stephen Felicia, who will be ordained a priest, God, and bishop willing, this June, has just arrived back from the seminary. They went into a self-imposed quarantine for 2 weeks to make sure no one was sick, and they all came out with a good, clean bill of health. And so our seminarians have returned home for the semester. Deacon Stephen gave me a call, and he will be joining us for our live stream tomorrow. I'm afraid you're still going to have to hear me preach, though, but we'll get Deacon Stephen to preach a few Masses as well. He's a very good homilist. Are we having drive-through confessions? We had drive-through confessions today from 3 to 5, but we will be having them more as long as we are able to, staying in any guidance with state and local government norms. Assuming we can, plan definitely next Saturday, 3 to 5, we'll have confessions offered again. Hopefully it will be a little warmer outside. Whoever left the cheetah print gloves in the Lost and Found over a year ago, thank you very much. Those kept my hands nice and warm because I forgot my gloves in the rectory. I want to leave this running just for a little bit to make sure we don't have a drop, because Mass tomorrow will go for probably at least, with less music and such, probably 45 minutes. And it'll be harder to see if it actually drops when we're doing that tomorrow. Let's see. While I have been able to get the internet to work in the church here, We have actually knocked it out in the offices, so I must have done something wrong. We'll get that figured out on Monday, though. So there is a slight delay. We have a 10-second delay between the feed I'm using and our live feed. There is a slight delay. We have a 10-second. How do drive-through confessions work? So for drive-through confessions, what we did was I just stood or sat outside of the church doors, and cars would just pull up. We have that nice portico right in front of the church doors, one car at a time. And either I could come up to your window and we could have confession right there, or you could come into the church. If you have multiple people in the car for confession, we'd go into the church one at a time for confessions to help preserve the privacy of the sacrament. And then just confession like normal. The bishop has asked that we try to keep certain distances hearing confessions, and just in general, with large gatherings, but also in social distancing. And so for most of our confessionals, they are very close together. And he also has asked that we do not have our regular scheduled confession times, as that encourages large groups to gather at one time in one place. So by having a drive-through confessional, people are in their cars, and that allows us to gather but have our own proper separation, our own space. And other than being a little cold out, it seemed to work out great. See, how about live streaming Vespers on Sunday evening? That's something we'll be thinking about. In Holy Week here at St. Joseph's last year, we did morning prayer and Vespers during the Triduum, as our liturgies have different set times. And so if this continues into Holy Week, we will be streaming part of the office live. We'll try to keep to as much as we could under the normal schedule. I know this is not normal, nor is this the new normal. This is just our precautions for the time being for general safety and health of not only ourselves, but of our neighbors. Okay. Any other questions? We're using Restream as our general streaming device. That's letting me stream both to Facebook and to YouTube. And then the YouTube is embedded into our website. And so for those who do not have a Facebook account, some of our parishioners do not, this will allow them to just go to our main webpage, and there's a button, big red button right in the middle that says Parish Masses Live Streaming. They click that. It takes a second, but then it will kick on for them. Okay. Hello to the McCorkles. Okay, so we're just testing our technology here to make sure we're ready for our live stream tomorrow. The live stream will be available on Facebook and on the parish website. There's a big red button in the middle of the website that says live streaming. And if someone clicks that, it will take them to a page. They can link straight to our Facebook page, straight to a YouTube channel that is streaming it, or it will come up live on the website itself. So this should allow the most accessibility for our parishioners and for those in the Wells County area, as well as those joining us throughout the diocese. Okay. I think we are all set. We've been streaming for some time now. Let's see. So there's about a 10-second delay, Jess, but otherwise we're working fine. As I said, tomorrow we'll have a special guest with us. We'll be welcoming Deacon Stephen Felicia. Deacon Stephen will be ordained a priest, God willing, in June, and he will be deaconing with us tomorrow. He's bringing his rose stole, because tomorrow is, of course, Rose Sunday, Laetare Sunday, Rejoice Sunday. It seems such an odd message, and we'll hear more about that in our homily tomorrow, how we're called to rejoice, especially with everything going on in the world today. That might seem very strange. I invite you to join me tomorrow in wearing rose. Feel free, once we get the stream going tomorrow, we'll try and start about 10:50 just to get everything working. But once that is up and running, I'd invite you to go ahead and share on Facebook or social media you wearing a rose in solidarity with me, because I will be wearing our one rose vestment right here in the closet. To point out, that is rose. At one of my previous parishes, we had a hot pink vestment. There was no denying that. Okay. Thank you for all helping me check this. We are good to go for tomorrow. And I think we've run it long enough. Everything seems to have worked out. It's been about 20 minutes and we have stayed live, so we should be all set for tomorrow. So I hope you can join us tomorrow at 11 a.m. for a live stream of the Mass. I know it's not necessarily the same as being here, of course, but in this time, it's something to help us continue through, and we continue to pray for one another until we can be back together again here at the sacrifice of the Lord. Have a very good evening, and God bless.